strategist and author, and I support women create wealth in and through their businesses on what and business owner, which is my house. These 200 of the show. Each week on a Wednesday, I come to you business with one. So if you can see and hear me on Facebook or socials, please in chat, come say hello. Let us get this party started. Thank you so much for joining me live today. I to you. So I'm really excited to share a topic with you in my cash flow domination. And just ahead of that, I want to check in on the scores on the doors and check that myself. So if you can see and hear me, please drop hello. Let me know that you can see and if you meet over on LinkedIn or Facebook or YouTube. And then we can rock and roll. Please let friend and let me, them know that you are indeed watching this at this time. And also let me know the scores on the doors on a scale of 1 to 10, how you are doing today. 1 being things could not be any worse, 10 being things could not be any better. So really excited to be here with you today. Thank you so much for joining me. August for domination. Okay, for cash flow domination, I can see that, albeit with a little bit of a muffled and pitchy, tetchy camera quality. The tech be teching. Come on, Restream. We do this every week. You literally have one assignment. It is not that difficult. So definitely hopeful that this will resolve itself in time, because I really want to share some of my August secrets with you today. And part of the reason I want to share this with you is because traditionally in my business, August has been the most successful as it relates to both cash flow and revenue, but also in terms of rest. So August is one of the most months in my business for a number of. So I want to share more of that with the chat. Let me know, how you are doing and see me. Latrice, thank you so much. Here too. I have no idea. You said it's 11. I do not know why it is breaking. I have full the tech beating. Just a moment, see if I can very small switch to see if this will improve the stream. Just give 1 second. I'd love to know if that makes it any better. Just let me know. But Latrice, thank you so much for joining live. It's really, are you doing? Awesome, lady. 1 to 10. How are you feeling today? Would love to know. Okay, so let's talk August. Because while August definitely is not the month of all the others, each one of the best one. For many of us in the northern hemisphere, it's a summer. I'm really excited about the warmer weather. Those of us who are UK based spend a lot of time talking about how and so this time there is a lot of the reduction. I think that's the way of describing it. August brings a change in me, and I think that really powerful to both reference and recognize. Thank you, Latrice, for letting me know that you are a 9 today. I would love to know what is going on. I can see people watching. Pray the tech improves and the stream. I do know if you are watching live and you're like, it's quite tetchy today, do not worry. I post replay as soon as I need to. But over on to share today's insights with you or to see what is going on here. Okay. Facebook, I don't know what Facebook is doing right now. It's showing, which is great. That is good to know. Okay, cool. But it's also really patchy. Okay. This is good. I will continue and focus on the controllables. So let me do my very best to create an incredible live stream for you. I will deal with that part of things shortly. So the first thing to say is that it is both really important and also can be a mistake to treat August like it is like every other month. And I know it sounds like I just made a contradiction there, but let me explain. Number one, August is like every other month in that people still have problems. Problems still need solving. People are willing to pay for problems. And therefore, there are transactions going on. That is true of every single month of the year, and that includes August. And is it important that we do not buy into the messaging that nothing is happening, there is no money. I mean, even if you wanted to say that there is no money in August, where would the money go? Specifically and especially for August, that it wouldn't be in other places. Like, let's think about it. Like, where would the money go hiding to? Where would it evaporate to? Therefore, that really recognize that has every month of the year. And it is also really important to recognize that just because it is like every other month, it would be foolhardy for us not to recognize the differences and the breaks to routine, the change in mentality. And if you ignore that, that would also put you in trouble. Many people have summer on their mind mainly because of the Western world. You know, it is for the English-speaking Western world, and then because they clearly have it in mind that everybody does what they do, it's summer everywhere. Some countries don't have summer. It's a sunny ocean or another, and the other half of the world is in winter right now. So, but the point I am flagging this is because it is and therefore we get to use that to our advantage. We get to make sure that we do not buy into the false story that there is about August, which is nothing is happening. Now, there are obviously differences. Many people did August off. That is brilliant. I can say, and you can obviously see because I'm right here, I am not one of them. I do not take August off in the way that most people do. I have children, and having taken one August off, my kids were younger. Well, I decided actually I would truly rest. Then I'm gonna have to take time at a different time, and therefore differently. And the thing that I'm finding is actually a lot of people right now are using August differently. They are around. Some people are gone. People are working straight through. Some people are using it differently. So there are people. There is cash. The one thing that I think is really dangerous is to leave the that, you know, August, you know, magically and mythically Twilight Zones all the money away, all the actions today took away and nothing happens. That's so false. As I said, over a couple of years, each year, August has thrown up such incredible and amazing surprises for us as a business to create some incredible results from a cash flow and revenue perspective. So there is cash even in August. is definitely cash even in August. So what I want to do, some of the ways that we think about August to make it simple, as well as which is similar to as well different to other people. Now, the first thing to invested is that August is often the most rich and one of the most rested months of our year as a business. So no, we are not, hustling and grinding through August. Not at all. That isn't the energy. The fact is because there is a lighter flow in the marketplace. What we are is more intentional about how we are spending our time and who we are spending it with. And so has been a great time for me in my higher ticket offers and my lower ticket offers. So for me to connect with people and because my one-to-one offerings are of a higher ticket, it means that I don't have to have like 27 organizations to six figures cash. It's 1 to 2, maybe 3. Is at the energy of August, as I said, is rich and did, but the way that that works in practical terms is we look to average. August is about ease. August is about flow. And how we are able to create that ease and create that flow is to support ourselves speaking to people on a more creating opportunities for us to post ticket offers. It's some really momentum. I found that every August out end of the year, so while the money isn't right now at the moment, it sets up the end of my year and sometimes the beginning of the following year. I love that for you, Latrice. Thank you for sharing. I've got a few tweaks. We're going to talk about the cash. And future cost your year away. How things are in this season going to determine how your year ends and therefore how next year. It is far more important than you think. And therefore, it pays. Being intentional in this season pays much higher. It creates more powerful opportunities for you. And specifically with us, where people have down have an outsized advantage and opportunity to create incredible momentum. I've seen every single year, so that even when I decide to go off in September, I'm already in momentum. Many people don't even know I go off in September because I have the momentum that I did in August while they're trying to get into momentum in September and everyone else trying to get momentum in September. This isn't me you out in August your way. It is an invitation to you to not lead with scarcity, but to lead. And many people think not leading with scarcity, but leading with abundance is to take it off and not speak to anybody and to have, specific of that specific month. And I don't have to be that way at all. It doesn't have to be. You 1000% can create in a rich and arrested way. But it absolutely starts, number one, with believing that you can, and number two, deciding that you will. And one of the things August has been to really test some really offers, being able to put through that August period, because like I said, I don't want to have 35 those calls. I want to be who are ready to roll. So I make it really exciting I have August specific bonuses that are so, I have people like, wow, the bonus alone make it so attractive and payable that they've done exactly as you said. Let's up super and it to all of us, we win because we are out there seeking to serve they because they know exactly what they're going to be doing complex and the day I of my past in August and they one problem unlock. They know what they're doing. Their rest more real, and then their actions are more powerful. I think of all kind of rest that I choose between them. You would call me greedy. I create the client in, then they win now, but they also win in the future. I have bonuses. I am able to really sack that value. I'm able to have a peaceful experience. You know how many right now are having August off of action, but they're not having August off. Let me know in the chat if you know this to be true, that you have seen over and over again a situation where people resting in their body and they're resting in their, but they're not resting in their mind because they're worrying and they don't have the solutions that they don't know what to do, they don't know what to or so they're continuing to worry even though they're not doing anything. They look, but they're not. Let me know in the chat if that really is an experience that you experience yourself. I'm not put any stock or impetus on needing to be a certain way. You want to work in August, work off, have it off. Make sure you run about the experience. What we don't want you to be doing is not really having it off, not really working either, and not being effective one way or the other. And so really practical things that I, create and use in August. I use a lot of, a lot of people I'm off for this week. I started in September, so I use a lot of deposits. Deposits are a great way to bring the cash in now and to also offer, as I said, that are August specific. A lot of people, I know if you're away for 2 weeks, okay, cool. We do a delayed start. Your bonus now you can have your bonuses. September, but you know exactly what you're doing and you got it locked in. Another thing that we do is we continue to test and we continue to ensure that we're focused on these powerful opportunities. Hi, Taya. Lovely to see you. I'm so glad you made it on LinkedIn. The signal has been very, very patchy today. So I apologize for the quality that you're seeing, but I hope that the message is really coming through clearly. And as you rightfully highlighted, Taya, worry when you are resting does not allow you to rest. That is 100% true. And it is the experience of most people. Most people are not really resting. They are performing rest. They are play resting. Just like when we were kids and we were play acting or play fighting, or they're play resting. But they're not really, it's not really getting in and it's not really going deep. And so the opportunity that we have is to really take charge. And where do we take charge first? In our minds. We always take charge in our minds first. So I want to invite you, my practical tip is to invite you to set an intention, powerful, juicy, beautiful, abundant intention for August, for cash and for rest. I want you to, if you want a restful August, then commit to having a restful August. But if you want that rest along with the cash, then commit to both. And then ask yourself, well, how would it to be true? How can I go about this? How can I shift that I'm able to create both that I want and the cash that I want? But it all begins with a decision. The one powerful truth I want to remind you is that it is in your moment of decision that your life is shaped. Most people write August off, which is why their Augusts are written off. Most people feel pressure to be a very specific way, and therefore they don't get the August that feels good for them because they're too busy performing their August for other people. I want to invite you to remind yourself that you don't have to do either. If you are willing and because on where you have leverage, you can have exactly that you want. The cash that you want, the rest that you want, the downtime you want, the bank balance you want. Take it from someone, as I said before, who has year after year after year had an August often bigger than a July, and the July was busy and it was calm. And for those of you why don't you do that all the time? It's a question I ask myself often, and the reason why my business is calmer this year than it has ever been. August gets to be exactly as you make it. It is in your moment of decision that your life is shaped. Someone drop that in the chat for me, please. I would absolutely appreciate that. Let me know. So yeah, I would love for you to really get intentional about how you want this August to be. What do you want? Do you want rested perspective? How will you make it so? And one of everything I want to share with you today that I am absolutely going to be doing, I'm going to be running a website happening later in the month. It will be really going in deep to help you to understand how you create that rich vested business, not just a month through. And I'm really excited. This is brand new content. As the result of many a test and many a insight that is brand new into my world. This is never seen before insights and some really practical. You know me well enough. You come to these. You if any of you have are new to my spaces, I'm definitely a faff-free, fluff-free presenter when it comes to creating content and sharing insights with others. I just want you to make your money. That's all I care about. Come make your money. That's my number one intention. It doesn't even have to necessarily be with me, but no one got time to be like sharing richest stories that nobody else. And so if you want more information, it's literally, we're just getting the links up shortly. But if you want more information about this class, drop me the link capital IE, I for Indigo, E for Echo, IE. In the DMs, you will be first with first pricing too, to find out more about this class that I'll be doing at the end of the month to enable you to really lock in on rich and rested, to make your cash flow inevitable. You want to make sure that you create all that you want from the cash flow, from the business, from the life that you've got. And so my August plan for cash flow domination starts with the decision, rolls with the commitment, and then executes through that elevation of those mindset skills and habits, as I constantly talk about. And so I'd love to have you come join me on the class later in the month. Drop me the letters I for indigo, E for echo, and I'll share more details with you in due course. In the meantime, ladies and gents, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for sticking by, even though the stream quality has been frustrating. But I really hope that this has been valuable to you. Please take care of yourselves. Have an incredible day. Drop me the letters IE. If you want to find out more information about the class coming up at the end of August. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you all in the spaces. Take care. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.